So today's $1 million listing is actually a $1.6 million listing. It's a house on the north end of DuPont Circle around 16th and T that has been completely redone by some investors. They've taken an old row house and exposed the brick wall. They've kept the high ceilings. They've added molding and recessed lighting. They've, of course, kept the bay window, which is one of the things that everybody likes about these houses. They've staged it very nicely with staged furniture. They've, of course, opened up all the rooms. This used to be all walled off. Now it's kind of an open staircase. I'm sure it wasn't always. Going down to the basement. And the living room and the dining room have been opened up to each other and to the kitchen. You can see basically it's just the standard fairly nice cabinetry, gas stove, stainless steel appliances, undermounted sink. Nice to have windows on two sides. It's technically a semi-detached building because it's actually attached to the house next to it on one side. You can also see that there is parking. They've made the backyard into not a parking garage, but a little deck. There's a deck above on the other floor. And a little mini backyard with a parking pad that's big enough for one really big car, maybe two smart cars. And they didn't make it a garage, but you'll see it has a garage door that opens electronically. The reason they didn't make it a garage is because if you make a garage in DC, you have to get a permit, which costs lots of money, and they usually say no. So you can only rebuild an existing garage, which sometimes people do by tearing down a garage and building a new garage into it. We can see that there's also an entrance below steps to the basement level. And you can see both the porches, which we'll go look at. One of the curious things about this house is that those two things are pantry closets. There is no half bath on the first floor. So when we look in DC for a property that's $1.6 million, we like it to be all nicely renovated like this. High ceilings is great. Of course, central air. Of course, a nice new kitchen with new appliances and stainless steel. We like to see skylights, which we might see upstairs, I'm not sure. But the other things we really like to see are parking. This has it. Everybody likes to have a bathroom or at least a half bath. Half bath is plenty on the first floor. This house doesn't have it. In this house, you have to wander up and down the steps if you are a guest and find the bathroom on another floor. So here we have a kind of master bedroomy looking bedroom. It has palladium windows. It has atrium ceilings. You can see when they made the storage, the closet. There's actually storage up above because the ceiling is so very high. It's a nice street that is almost entirely owner-occupied houses, just like this one. They all kind of are a similar architectural style. They have an older kind of brickwork with all kinds of inlaid pattern. I'm suspicious that at one point probably the floors and things here had all kinds of interesting inlaid patterns, but this one has been gutted and redone by investors. Here's the bathroom that goes with this bedroom, but it's also open to the hallway. It does have a skylight. This probably used to be where there's a transom kind of window on a chain that you pull to let out steam. Here's my pet peeve now. Everybody redoes these houses and stages, and for some reason they all leave the toilet lids up. I don't know why. So there was also a skylight here at the top of the stairs, which is great. That's one of the things we really want to see when we start spending over $1 million. Although, as I said, we also like to have a half bath on the first floor. Maybe somebody could put in a sun shower instead, just outside. I'm always wanting to go to the beach, so I'm always wanting to see a sun shower. As we can see again, it's semi-detached on the back half of the house. So I guess technically it is a row house. Small bedroom. Another bathroom, this one kind of congested. Nice sink, jacuzzi tub, another skylight. So far we're up to 3 skylights on the second floor. one in each bedroom and one over the stairs, but that was kind of congested. And here we are with the back bedroom. So there's no ensuite bedroom here with its own bathroom. A lot of nice ceiling fans. Whoever was back here, this might actually become an office and not a bedroom, depending on how many people you've got. Whoever's back here might not mind having a bathroom because they have their own fairly deep balcony. Not private, because as you can see, everybody else on the block has one too. At least lots of people do. That's 16th Street over there. And also anybody pulling into your parking would be seeing you. Somebody's got some real ivy growing over there, and they've got a fenced off roof deck. And there's the Masonic Temple. We're that close to it. A lot of places now you have to get a permit to put in a roof deck. You can't change. Nothing can change, especially the way it looks from the street. That's just not allowed. So anyway, that's our second floor. Now we're going to go down and see what our basement is like. It's probably finished off fairly well. I haven't actually looked at it yet because it's open here to the second floor, and I just don't think you would leave it open if it weren't fairly decent. And I was wrong about the desirability of the half bath. The half bath is here on the first floor, again with the lit up Kohler appliances. It's here on your way down to the basement, around a corner. So I spoke too soon. Should have run all through the house before I started lifting this, but it was a nice surprise. So here's the basement. You can see it's pretty plain. I'm sure it gets wet since DC is built on a swamp, or potentially it could, which is why it has this ceramic flooring. I'll bet you there's a washer dryer down here. There's a large piece of storage. Washer dryer hookup. So this is where the washer dryer is intended to go. Here's a teeny kitchen. It's kind of a wet bar and a wine cooler, but it has a back door. You'd have to share laundry facilities, or you'd have to install new ones upstairs. But you could easily rent this out in DuPont Circle. In fact, it would rent out for $1,600 to $1,900, partly because it's new in the condition and it is very bright for a basement. They would even have their own little piece of outdoor area, and that those steps and that landing probably would be only used by them. And here's the back bedroom. So some people would install a nanny here, or you might make it offices, or you might have visiting relatives that you didn't want to encourage to stay forever. You might rent it out for $1,600 a month. This is actually worth close to $300,000 worth of mortgage payment. So that drops the price of this house from 1.6 to 1.3 if you alienate your basement. It's just that you have to do two things. One of which is you have to put in a washer dryer upstairs. I was about to say you had to add a bathroom, but you don't. It has its own bathroom with the same type of sink. So it's like similar quality, not identical, but similar to the upstairs bathroom. Anyway, 1.6 million. Usually 1.6 million, even 1.4 and $5 million houses in DC are not vacant. They're actually frequently owner-occupied. They've never been rentals or too expensive to be your average rental, and so they're not as easy to show or to film because somebody lives there and their belongings are there and they're there. This one, however, has just been fluffed and buffed by an investor. Don't actually know if it was a rental before, or if they just bought it as a shell. But because of that, it's vacant for us to see today on a bright, sunny, slightly steamy Washington summer day.